T. McCluskey presents Arcade Talk Live Stream. Game of the Week! Welcome to Arcade Wars! All right. What's happening?
What's going on, man? How you making it?
We got high scores on tap popping in for the live. I heard you're going live later today, huh? You gonna be showing us how to play some Grinch? I got my scores in last night, my pathetic scores in the leaderboards, but to get a chance to play. Looking forward to learning more about that table. I know you have a video. I have to go back and watch your video, so I know I don't know what I'm doing. I need to learn how to play the game better. I need to learn how to play the table, but I was enjoying it. I love all the way it has all the different play fields that you go to. It's very cool.
Absolutely.
What's rewarding about that train up at the top that keeps messing your ball up? Like you're trying to make those shots at the top, and that train is just wrecking havoc.
Absolutely.
I got something to show. It's show and tell time. You ready for this?
Sweet.
Ready for this? We're talking about pinball, right? I know everyone now is triggered because this is supposed to be we're talking about the 4K arcade, but we're going to actually start off by talking about pinball. If you're not subscribed to High Scores on Tap, he has a great channel. He's covering AtGames stuff. We're participating in tournaments, trying to hype up tournaments, get people playing the games because that's what it's all about. It's all about playing the games, having fun, chasing the leaderboards. What's your slogan you always say at the end of your videos?
I want to see you on the leaderboards.
There you go. He wants High Scores on Tap wants to see you on the leaderboard. I'm gonna put up a link to his channel right there. High Scores on Tap. Okay, you ready? I know you're driving, so
it's all good. It's all good.
Hold up this contraption. This is what I'm gonna be working on later today. Oh man, I'm grabbing. Look at this octopus.
That is nice.
Look at this octopus of a rig I have for streaming pinball.
I can't wait to see it.
I'll be able to put these cameras anywhere I want to put them, and it's not gonna obstruct my my gameplay. So you got all kind of stuff. I got this arm. This thing is insane. It's a Ulanzi camera mount system. So,
nice.
I don't know what I'm doing with it yet. This thing came in. It was like a set of Legos. I didn't know what to connect where, but when I get time, this is my project for later today. Hopefully, I can join you for a few minutes on your stream. What time are you going live, brother? 2
p.m. Central.
So 2 p.m. High Scores on Tap channel. Any preview what you're going to be talking about today?
Hopefully. So we're going to talk a little bit about the Grinch and the tournament, and of course we're going to talk about this the 4K.
Okay.
We're going to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and the future of where this thing may go. But it's going to be some fun. We're definitely going to cover some tournament stuff. I have not posted my scores yet on the leaderboard. I'm probably going to do that today.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm going to show the live action pinball. So you've got a nice fancy gaming rig.
Hopefully I have it all set up. I'm going to try to, but
So I've got my rig set up, and you can go see some of the videos of some of the pinballs that I've done. And I've got some recorded video of the Grinch that we may throw up there, but mine is not a 2-camera system. One's on a coat rack, and the other's on a coat hanger for the back glass.
Yeah, man.
But I'm looking forward to seeing your setup.
Yeah, well, I might need some more mounts and stuff to get this all set up. But it's going to be nice. It's going to be a permanent installation. So once this thing's in set, I'll be able to hit play and be able to stream the pinball or play it or talk about it and have pretty good fidelity. So I'm excited about it.
And that's the future. That's where we're going. This is all new. This is, I don't know how the 4K is going to be. I know with the HD, it's really hard to stream directly. You can stream directly off the device, but it doesn't show the back glass unless you're playing on the ALU, and you can't really comment. It's not easy. So actually getting the camera,
you really need to do a multiple camera setup, and that's kind of where I'm going. So
the rig you got is right on.
Yeah, well, it's just a matter of can I figure out how to make this work? Now that's I might be able to get the equipment, but can I figure out how to make it work? Because I'm not that great with this stuff.
I have faith. I have faith in Papa Brad. I am not worried at all.
So I got a nice long stream set up for today. We're gonna show a bunch of things that happened with the talking about the new arcade. If you want, I mean, you're welcome to hang out. I know you're driving, but thank you so much for popping in.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for.
We can talk about it on your show some more. I'd love to come on your show and just pop in. And we can talk a little bit about it on your show, on your channel. Please subscribe to High Scores on Tap. And
always.
We're gonna start off with some footage of arcade talk, and then I have some more fireworks that happened over at Steps Gaming. I'm gonna show some clips from that. It's gonna be fun. So
I'll be back in my bunker here in a little while. So I will definitely. I'm going to jump off here, but hopefully, here in a little while, I'm going to catch the rest of this great stream.
Well, awesome. Yeah, you got the link, so you can pop in whenever you want. If there's something you have to say now, if you feel compelled, you can pop in. You got the link. You got the keys to the door. Okay.
I appreciate that. That.
It's so great seeing you once again. If you're watching Papa Brad live, go over and drop a subscribe for High Scores on Tap. We're gonna be doing some great things for the AtGames community, playing games in the future. Very, very excited about it. So,
absolutely. Well, I'm gonna jump off here. I'm gonna try to jump off here.
Okay. Well, I'll see you later then, bud.
Yes, I will be on too. Thanks. Good seeing y'all.
Man, what a pleasant surprise getting to see High Scores on Tap. Unexpected. Let's continue with the fun. Yesterday, a lot of news dropped, and let's start with this.
That's right, guys. We got some breaking news coming in from AtGames. Ain't that right, Papa Brad?
All right.
We had that starter alarm going off.
Man. So the klaxon's going off.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Not much, man. Not much. They just announced it on Facebook. Roll the clip.
What they announced, T. McCloskey? What they announced? Show me.
They announced the ALU 4K.
Oh, the ALU 4K.
Legends Ultimate 4K. Killer Instinct Edition.
Killer Instinct Edition.
There it is, everybody. We've got a new shape.
That's cool.
Pre-orders coming soon. 2024.
Coming soon. Yeah. I like the graphics. The graphics look pretty good. What do you think of the graphics? Yeah. Crank that music down a little bit. Wow, that was quick. Yeah. That's quick. If I blinked, I would have missed it. That was a quick video.
These are the pictures.
Pause. These are the pictures.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I got some pictures too as well.
So what do you think? What do you think, T. McCloskey?
I think it looks pretty good, man. What do you think? I like the new shape. What do you think?
Yeah, it's growing on me. What
do you think about the Killer Instinct?
I don't know yet. I need to I've had 2 Killer Instincts already. And,
I know.
So I felt like I've played a lot of
I've already been here.
Killer Instincts, you're probably asking the wrong person, but I think if you love this property, it looks great. I love the Spinal. You got Spinal on one side. You have She Who Cannot Be Named from another popular game on the other side. I called it long ago. Jason says Killer Instinct 4K. Dan Z, welcome to the stream. Midway Shape and Killer Instinct been shouting that from the rooftops to fix that. Haha. Okay. So, Jason, do you like it? I'm curious what Jason thinks. I always respect his opinion. So, Jason, what do you think? I've got my phone open. I can see you in the chat. Anyway, well, nice pop-up stream. Cheers, everyone. From the room that's a work in progress.
I'm back. There we go.
Does my mic sound okay? I'm using a different mic. Does it sound okay, T. McCloskey? You can hear me okay?
Yeah, it sounds good, man.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think if you're a fan of Killer Instinct, it looks great to me. I mean, if you love that title, why wouldn't you love this? The thing is that marquee will change with every game as you switch through the games. I think the cabinet shape is an improvement from the original.
Yes.
I like that it's not a multicade art with a hodgepodge of things that don't go together. It's themed to one game. I'm a fan of that. I do like that they're theming it to one game. So at least it looks like something. The front panel is so gigantic. The coin door looks small because it's such a big screen.
It does look small. There's a nice picture of it.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Yeah, in that picture there, man, it looks the coin door looks small. It needs to be a little bit bigger. Yeah, I mean, I kind of called it a long time ago too that they're gonna do individual skins. I figured if they did for pinball, they're gonna do it for ALU too, and I was right on that. Individual skins. Light up coin doors.
Yeah, and I think the cool thing about that, if this isn't your jam, then hopefully we might see some other skins too. Maybe if Killer Instinct's not your jam, But I think it's pretty. I mean, if I loved Killer Instinct, I would love this,
Yep. Oops. What did I do? Get out of there. Okay, and then here is the side.
The coin door to me looks too small. I don't know. It's probably because it's such a big cabinet,
Yeah, like Jason said though, you could put. It looks small. Like Jason said,
it's almost like you need 2 coin doors or something because it's so big, Yeah,
Jason said 2 lit coin doors would be gorgeous at games.
Yeah. I mean, 2 probably 2 might be the way to go. But then again, you're moving away from. I think Killer Instinct just had 1 coin door.
Yeah, and they might fix that because that's the coin door they're using on pinball. This is this artwork. They can make it bigger.
Yeah, this is probably just like a prototype.
Yeah.
Ooh, my wife is calling me, T. McCloskey. She's asking me if I want adult beverages. What should I say?
Adult beverages.
I say yes? Should I say yes with a bunch of exclamation points? That sounds good. Yes. Exclamation. Yes. Bring me some adult beverages. I'm T. McCloskey. Look what I'm resorting to. I'm drinking some tea.
Look what I'm resorting to.
And I'm drinking some tea.
I'm drinking waters. That's all I got. Yeah, drinking tea, talking tea.
Let's see here. She's sending me pictures.
Yeah, they're gonna do. I think they're gonna do like 4K pinball. They're gonna as they get licenses and that they'll release skins as they go. But they won't announce it until, just like they did with the pinball, they're not going to announce it until they actually have the license and okay to do it. A couple things on there, if you guys didn't notice, you got obviously we got the themed LCD marquee, which it's the bit LCD, right?
The bit LCD, yeah.
And that screen size, you can't really tell. That screen size, Papa Brad, is 27 inches.
Yeah,
increased the size.
I'm saying that that everything else is so big. Now the coin door looks small, but I mean, it looks good. It looks good to me. You know.
Yeah, that is funny though. Yeah,
I do like the Spinal. You know, I was a huge fan of the Ray Harryhausen movies with the skeletons that fight Sinbad, and Spinal always really appealed to me as a great side art for an art classic arcade. You know, I always thought that was a great side art. What do you think? And she who cannot be named on the other panel, who we're not allowed to talk about, but I don't know. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think it looks good. I mean, kind of like I like the black with the purple on it. It definitely goes with that marquee that they're showing. It's the same, you know. The artwork's matching the marquee.
It's almost like you got lightning on one side and fire on the other. It's like he's riding the lightning. See the lightning?
Oh yeah, so it's split. Like so this side here. Yeah.
It's like lightning on one side. Can we see the other side's graphics? You can basically got like a fire. Maybe that's a sunset. I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's kind of blending in the middle.
Yeah, I like that effect. They're combining the two almost in the middle there.
I like that it's themed. I think it still needs a little work. That's just my opinion, though. But my opinion is that the front panel is the weakest part. Where the coin door is and that front graphic, to me, is a little weak. I don't know how I would change it, but it's like a lot of just lightning and fire, you know?
You could put a couple, one character on each side. What do you think about that? Putting a character on each side of the coin door. Maybe go all the way down. I mean, not a small one, but like kind of stretch it for the whole front. I don't know. Or put.
I don't want to sound overly critical. I would have kind of liked it for been a little bit deeper. Go to a side profile. You know.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Go to a side profile. Can you get it to turn? Like, I would have liked it a little deeper, and I know it's just wasted space. Like, really, if you have a home arcade, that's just all empty space because that's not really needed anymore. The reason why arcade cabinets were so fat is because you had a big CRT monitor in there, right?
Right.
Yes. You needed that space. You don't need that anymore. That's just wasted space. But it, like, to me, if it was a bit fatter, I don't know, it would feel more like a classic arcade. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and it's not any. I think it's the same.
It's like she's on a diet. You know, she's not that thick.
Yeah, I think it's the same thickness as the HD version. To me, what it looks like, we can pull up the HD version. Let's go to. It looks like the only thing.
I think it's a bit. I like it. I do see an improvement. You know, that's good. I don't see him going backwards. And I don't see him going sideways. It is a step forward. But there are a few things I would change if I was the designer.
I like the
main
shape.
things I would change. Yeah, you like the shape? I like the new shape better than the old shape. Yes. I think it looks a lot better.
Yes.
I think the front panel needs some love. Just the front panel artwork. Just where the coin door is, that whole panel, to me, it just, I don't know. It's not working for me. I don't know why. It might be because the coin door is so small. You know? We got the super game room things here. Check it out. Welcome to the stream.
It's damn it.
What if that's P-Dubs or if that's Michael B?
Okay. Who's that?
Jason says he's been pushing for 2 changes since the first AOU 4K announcement, and I'm pleased they listened to both. Yeah. Okay. You can put them side by side. Pop that up on the screen. There we go, side by side. Oh yeah, yeah. It's a nice upgrade. It looks better. Put them side by side again. That was good.
There you go. I wanted a little bigger picture.
Yeah, I think it's a step forward. It's a step in the right direction for sure. Okay, hey, this is live. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, I'm fighting my octopus of arms that I'm going to be using to film pinball in the future. I'd like to say hello to some people in the chat. Welcome to the stream, Omega Fourth. Welcome to the stream, Thumper Squid. Glad to see you here. We got a comment from Carl O, channel member. As an owner of 3 ALUs with a bit LCD, I like what I see. Hope they take some community feedback for sure. For sure, we're gonna give them some feedback. That's a given. Let's see what Carlo's comments are. I'm gonna read his comments. Coin door needs to be a lot bigger. I 100% agree with that. That was my first piece of feedback, is that that whole front panel needs to be redone. And a reversible front panel install for a black cabinet art needs to be listed as a feature. Yeah, I mean, you can see my ALU behind me. It's black. It looks good. It looks good on the multicade. It's not distracting, and all you got to do is flip that panel the other direction. We got Brooklyn Menace coming in with some fire. Good to see you, Brooklyn. Brooklyn has a new show on the Evercade. Go check that out on his channel. It was very good. Got to watch that last night. Yeah, and then after a while, I think we'll have 2 or 3 choices for skins. And Carlo is he's shilling. He's shilling for Battletoads. I'd like to see Battletoads be one of them. We got someone coming in saying it looks awesome. So it's not all negative. You would think so. You would think so from what you watch on YouTube, but yeah, I overall I see a ton of improvements, which makes me really happy. I am going to play a quick video for our channel members that are here. So thank you. This is for the channel members. Let's do some cool. Look at the way with all the games, like it's saying all the names of the games to me made it look cheap.
Yeah,
this looks more like an arcade. Yeah. This doesn't look cheap. It does look more premium. I do like that it's themed to one specific game rather than a hodgepodge of like all kinds of stuff that doesn't go together. I mean, you got I know these are all games on the machine, but this stuff doesn't really go together. You got Wreck-It Ralph with like. What's that above him? The Lion King. I mean, it just doesn't really go together.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll stop right just for a sec to talk about it. This is a good picture because it puts the 2 cabinets side by side. And I didn't really see anyone doing this, talking them like side by side, looking at them right next to each other. I mean, I see a ton of improvement. First of all, the shape. Looks a lot more like a classic arcade. It's more the midway shape. Got rid of all the curved S panels. I like that a lot. I like that the control deck, we're getting more buttons. You go into a more modern 8-button setup. And if you're connecting this to a PC or you're running more modern games, you want to have those 8 buttons. So this is moving to the future. I heard some people like, well, why would you want a 4K screen if I'm going to play retro games? Why wouldn't you want a 4K screen? 4K screen is going to give you more options down the road. And that's what I like. I like having options. So also the thing I didn't hear anyone mention is that they upgraded the size of the screen. Why didn't nobody there was not many YouTubers that were really talking about it. They're even giving us a bigger screen than they did before. So we're getting a bigger screen. We're getting more buttons. We're getting the awesome control panel. And we know that this control panel is awesome. If you have an ALU now, you've been playing on a control panel similar to this for a long time, so it's delivering the goods. I mean, look at that. That is a beauty. That is a beauty. 8 buttons, trackball, spinners. They got the HAP. They got the ball tops now because it's Killer Instinct. Killer Instinct uses a bat top, not a ball top. But yeah, that looks good. 2 spinners. This thing's going to be an emulation powerhouse. This thing is going to be an emulation beast. People should be talking about the awesome chipset it has in it. Should be talking about this screen is 10 inches bigger than an arcade 1-up. 10 inches! 10 inches! Not 2 inches. Not from 17 to 19. 10 inches. Now people are going to say, oh, well, it's not a 4x3 screen. But when you're getting that much more screen real estate, is it really going to matter when you're playing this in your dark arcade at night and you're jamming on some games? Is it really going to matter? I don't think it's going to, You know, yeah, I would too. I would like to see a gold iArcade next to it. So, AtGames, if you want to send me one, I'm stretching at getting this pinball, but right now I'm kind of tapped out. But I would like to try this or play it. So, the 4K screen is going to be good for console upscaling Steam games, and which is good. If you're playing games off of Steam, you'll just be able to play them in 4K. And a lot of people do that. The thing is, the AtGames Legends Ultimate is the Swiss Army knife of arcades. I mean, you don't buy this just to play one game. This is like a tool. It's been a mainstay of my arcade, so much so that I bought one, and I even got a second one right there. You see it? Look at that. Look at that beautiful Pac-Man marquee. And the other thing I'm not seeing people talking enough about, honestly, people are not talking enough about the beautiful marquee system. This is not a static marquee. I see people gloss over it when they're talking about it. A big part of the cost jump is they're giving us an all-out deluxe version of the ALU. They're not skimping. You're getting the LCD marquee system, which when you see this in person, it'll blow your socks off. It is that good. So this is a fully upgraded version. You're getting the marquee that's going to change with the games. How cool is that going to be? You're getting a big ass screen. You get a 27-inch screen, 10 inches bigger than an arcade one up. You're getting some kick-ass controls right out the gate. People should be trackball. I didn't even mention trackball, but like you talk emulation, this has all the tools. This has the correct tool set to play thousands of games. And that's what you do. You buy this to play. You don't buy this to play the 100 or 200 games that are on it. You buy it to play thousands of games because the capabilities of this machine are not going to hold it back. You're going to be able to play thousands of games on this machine. Thousands. Not hundreds, not 12, not 4, thousands. And it's a multicade, at its core. That's what AtGames to me has always been. It's been a great multicade. And if you've got the skill set to build one yourself, that's always an option. But this is an easy mode. This is for someone that wants to just buy something and be able to play games. And they don't want to have to build their own control panel. They don't want to have to do all the legwork themselves. And for what it is, I think they're doing a really good job. So let's tune back in and watch some more of this commentary.
And you got it's a multi
That screen looks bigger. Is that screen bigger?
Yeah, that's why I said it's a 27-inch.
It's a 27-inch screen.
24,
so
yes.
24 versus 27, 3 inches bigger on the screen. That's cool.
23.8 inches actually to be exact.
So we got Carlo saying a 27-inch screen still displays more area in 4:3 aspect ratio than even a 19-inch screen in 4:3. Yeah, I mean, give me the options, Give me the options, This thing is going to be, that's the other thing AtGames has been very good about, not locking everything down and allowing the community to figure out how to fully purpose the machine, how to get every little bit of power out of the machine. And so I'm excited. Let's see, at 4:3 display, it's 16.11% larger diagonally, 34.83 larger area, 27-inch, 16:9. Boy, Carlo's doing some math here. He's got out his calculator. He's given us up to the decimal points. So thank you so much. It's always great to have Carlo watching. So thank you. He's one of my favorite channel members for my channels. Thank you, Carlo.
The old one. So yeah, they increased the size to 27-inch. That's a shock. I'm surprised on that.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's another step in the right direction. I think the whole marquee system is really a huge update.
Yeah,
remember that's going to change. That's going to change with every game. When you move through the menu, the whole top of that cab is going to change to the graphics of the game you're playing, which I think is super cool.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about those bit LCDs, and they look nice too. I mean,
they look really sharp and crisp.
When I was over at Carl man, I was impressed on the quality of the graphics on those marquees. I mean, that's what, $350 product that they stuck in there.
Do you have any pictures of the control panel? Just these two, huh? I do like, it looks like the control panel. We still have a trackball. We have spinners. We have a full multicade set of controls. So we're not limited. Getting all the controls we need to play probably thousands of games.
And I don't know if they came stocked on the HD version, but the pinball flipper buttons on the sides, that comes stock on this one.
Yeah, so and you'll be able to play the Zen pinball on this too.
Yeah, it's
so the Zen pinballs will work on the 4K platform, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think they're gonna. I wouldn't be surprised because the coin door that's from the pinball, so they could change that out with another bigger one. But if they don't, I'm fine with it. Especially if they put some. I think they needs like maybe like I don't know. They need some more graphics on the front panel. Even if you just put the big Killer Instinct like it is on.
Like put a pause on here. We got a friend of the channel, Shotgun Sean, amazing YouTuber. Does that gaming show with Rascal. Love that show. Watch it. Try to catch it every time it comes on. Most of the time I catch it live. If I don't, I watch it on replay. Make sure you're subscribed to Rascal's channel. He would be the person that I would love to have on as a guest because he is a massive KI fan. Sean, if you're available, put in the chat. I'll send you a link. We can have you on. This guy, he knows Killer Instinct. He has a real Killer Instinct arcade cabinet. He's a huge fan of this game. And he also is someone that really knows a lot about AtGames. Him and Rascal both. Great show, great channels. Hey, Rich Odello, welcome to the stream. Glad you're here. Thank you. We're talking about the Legends Ultimate 4K future arcade that's coming out, which is pretty cool.
A marquee, I don't know. It'd be kind of cool to have two different characters on each side on the front panel.
Yeah, I don't think a game logo would be kind of a waste.
Yeah,
I would like to see them redo the front panel. The side panels look great.
Yeah, I think the front panel looks good. I love how they blended in the middle. I just think maybe
it's so much empty space. It's like
But put a couple characters on
there. In the chat, what do you think? If you have an opinion in the chat, what do you think?
Yeah, it is the same coin door. Yeah, anybody have any opinions on how they can improve the front panel? I think just putting a couple, two different characters on there would be would work.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Ray?
Says they're probably using the same coin door that they used on the pinball. Probably. But is that a good call? It looks too small for the size of the cabinet. I don't know.
I don't have the old one.
Goofyfoot says just make it black. Just make it black.
But I like the blended purple and
what about T. McCloskey? Like with the original Legends Ultimate, if you flip that panel around, it's black on the back.
Yeah,
and you can have the front of it be black. What if the back of this is black and when you can actually just flip it around and have the front of it be black?
Hey, what's up, Ricardo? Yeah, I mean, but I like the
show the other side. Show the other side. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't do that easily. Oh yeah, you can. Okay.
There you go. See, I like the blended effect because it's blending the sides to the front. I kind of like that effect. I just think it needs something else with it.
Something in the middle or something. Yeah, it's just like it's a lot of empty space.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if they put a bigger coin door on there. They're just.
Let's take a second to pause and read some comments from my chat room. Rich Odello feels that the skin looks disjointed. Not a fan. Yeah, I think especially that the front of it needs the most work. Put what you think would be better in the chat. If we're doing Killer Instinct, I know we've got Sean here. He knows the game. He's a huge fan. How could they change this and make it better? Like, what would you do specifically? Now, the one thing I've heard, and this thing has a whole lot of purple in it. I mean, it's very purple. I don't know. Is purple Some people love purple. It's not really my jam, but it is very purple. This is a very purple cab. But I think the part that needs the most work is definitely that front panel, the panel with the coin door on it, needs some attention. Some attention. What do you think in the chat? I will be reading your comments. Shotgun Sean is a fan. He says he loves the colors. He loves the colors. Rich Oldello is saying he would rather see the official KI marquee logo and the rest of the panel black. Yeah, I've heard people say like the lightning's not bad, but make it black with the lightning. Thor KC in with a comment. It's also a channel member. If it's going to be themed to an arcade game, it should look like the arcade game. Got a lot of channel members popping in. Thank you for being a member. Papa Brad Live. We're going to put up another cool video. Let's check out the Cyberpunk. Okay, got another comment here from Shotgun Sean. Original KI and KI1 did have all black front. So I could see why people would rather want that. Yeah. Definitely like on the original ALUs, all the back plates are black, so you can always flip it and have black. I'm in agreement. Like the first thing I said when I saw the two KI games on the cab for the art, it's like it kind of reminded me of Class of 1981 with Miss Pac-Man and Galaga, but this is doing Killer Instinct, of course. But it reminded me of the Class of 1981, the concept of a mashup of two great games coming together on one machine. So, I think with the shape, they really can't make it look exactly like the Killer Instinct cab because it's a different shaped cab. But it definitely needs, I think that they need to take a look at the artwork and maybe change some things. That's just my opinion. So let's go back to the stream.
Showing that for effect. Remember, this is just illustrations. They're not made or anything. But the one thing I go back to.
This is just the first look. First peek.
Yep, I love the look of the top. I love it's more, squared off. I love that.
Yeah, I like it's not the swan shape. They're going more for the midway shape on the top of it.
Yeah, which I like that. I never really cared for the HD version because of that, but this here, man, I like it. And they haven't mentioned anything, but the speakers look a little bit bigger too. And it could just be the picture, but the speakers look a little bigger. Mm-hmm. And this says, I don't know if the HD version did or not. This has built-in VIBs board. Did the old one have a VIBs board?
This has a VIBs board?
Yep. Built-in VIB for easy access to display.
Oh, what would you use it for? That's cool though.
You don't need a VIBs for the bit LCD?
One of the things that's cool, did you notice the sides are accurate to the original graphics of the Killer Instinct? If you look at the left and the right sides and you look at the arcade game, the graphics on both sides mimic the arcade machines, like especially Orchid and Spinal, the two characters, which are two of the iconic characters, are portrayed on this one machine. You got Orchid on that side and Spinal on that side. And if you look at the Killer Instinct arcade game, it looks very similar.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I think where it's missing, like for me, where it's not hitting on all cylinders, just the middle needs something. I mean, of course, if you could flip it around and have it be black, I would probably prefer that.
Nah,
but that's just me. I mean, it's just my opinion.
I wouldn't prefer just all black. I like it's how they blended it. The purple.
Carlos says it's 8 inches bigger than any arcade one up, as far as size wise.
Yeah, because it's the same size as the old one. We had one here with the spec, so it's because it's still the same. So that's what 66.44 inches tall.
It's definitely a pretty cab. It's a pretty cab. Let's talk about pop that mug back up for just 1 second. Let's talk about the controls. Now, when I look at this, I think, I like that it's themed to Killer Instinct, but one of the secrets of the AtGames is it's also a multi-cade. Let's see what controls we got. We got 8 buttons, all in that light blue, like on the Killer Instinct. We've got 2 spinners. Lit up? Got a track. No, they're light blue, like the arcade game Killer Instinct. The light blue, like the baby blue, like that's the one that's on a real KI.
Yeah.
They got the trackball in the middle. You got 2 spinners. It is an upgrade from any of the other arcade cabs have done because it has the 8 buttons and the spinners. I don't think they've done that before, where they have 8 buttons on each control, on each player's controls and the spinner. So I'm thinking just from a pure multi-cade standpoint, this really has a lot of options to play games. I mean, you got a trackball. You got 8 buttons. That'll cover almost any fighting game.
Yeah, that's right. The old one only had 6.
Only had 6, and now you got 8 on both sides. Yeah. So both players, player 1 and player 2, will have 8 buttons. Both players will have a spinner. I think as far as controls, it's good. I mean, the marquee is great. The controls are great. My only thing I can really critique is that I don't like that front panel. And maybe for me, I'm just speaking for myself, what I like. Maybe this isn't the theme that appeals to me the most as far as nostalgia. You know what I mean, T. McCloskey?
Okay, here. The reason why you need a VIBS board, you need the VIBS to switch the main display and the LCD marquee simultaneously for OTG PC games to come in. And the VIBS is built in for the 4K.
Okay.
So that's why it's in there. So that's cool. Once again, they build in the VIBS. That's awesome. One less thing you got to do.
Yeah.
And it does have the rock chip.
One less thing you got to do. Yeah. I like that they're giving us lots of options, which is something they've always done. I think engineering-wise, this thing is going to be a monster. It's going to be a beast. You're going to be able to play a ton of games on this thing, and have probably some games that we have that we've not had the ability to play easily on AtGames because it's a better chipset, which is exciting. So I think spec-wise, it's good.
Yeah, I was shocked to see the 27-inch.
Wise, it's pretty good. I think, like I said, for me, you need that nostalgia. For me, I mean, this is not the title I have nostalgia for, but I'm more of an '80s gamer. You know that. I mean, look, dude,
this hits people's nostalgia.
I'm more into the '80s stuff, but we don't know what they're going to bring out. You never know what else they're going to bring. You know.
Oh, I know. And then,
what if they do skins like they've been doing with the pinball?
I think that's what they're. I think that's what they're going to do. They ain't going to just stop with Killer Instinct. I think they're going to do what they're doing with 4K pinball. You know, as they get the license, they'll add new skins, just like the pinball. That's my guess.
Yeah. We don't know what licenses they have in their back pocket. You know.
No, we don't. Nope.
I mean, we did see that prototype Miss Pac-Man a long time ago that they did. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see that.
To me, you know. But I think if you're a fan of fighting games, I think if you're a huge fan of Killer Instinct, this is a good cab for you.
Yeah, especially adding 2 more buttons to each side. You know, having 8. That's I didn't catch that until you mentioned that.
You got a bigger monitor. You got even more controls, so it should be more compatible with more games,
right? Yeah.
You got a nicer marquee.
Yeah, a lot nicer, right? $350 upgrade on the marquee right there alone.
You know.
I mean, that's That's awesome to have that. I mean, LCDs are just incredible. They look so good in person. Yeah, I was just going to worry about some of the specs. Most of this, I think we.
Let's say hello to some friends coming in the chat. Welcome to the chat, Goofyfoot. Hey, Papa in chat. I'm playing the Grinch while listening. I got in my Grinch gameplay last night. It should be on the leaderboard somewhere. Not the greatest games, but I did as far as my playing ability. But I was thoroughly enjoying it. I was loving playing the Grinch. There is a tournament right now for the Grinch. Come join us. Play. It's free to participate. Just play the Grinch on any AtGames product. Grinch Who Stole Christmas it's a part of the MCAP tournaments. Yeah. So he says the scores aren't that high, so he knows he's going to be on the leaderboards. Well, we'll be seeing you on the leaderboards, Goofyfoot. High scores on tap. We'll be streaming at 2:00. We're going to talk some more about the Grinch tournament going on right now. We'll talk about it during that show later today. Yeah, I was struggling last night. I don't think I had any games that were really great, but I was thoroughly enjoying playing the pinball. We're talking about screens. 16:9 is the way to go. You can still do 4:3. It's great for side scrolling and fight games. And pretty much any modern game is going to want that 4K screen. If you can play anything modern, you're going to want to have that 4K screen. If you play any modern games through OTG, where you're streaming the game to the AtGames Arcade. For me, I 100% agree with this statement too. 3 to 5 skins at launch would be ideal. Like I said, for me, Killer Instinct, for me, it's not nostalgic for me. But for a lot of people, it is, you know. If you grew up in that time period when that was at the arcades, that was the stuff, you know. I'm more into the older type games, more like the 80s arcades. They should release those rails so you can swap out skins like they did for the HD. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Hey, welcome to the stream. We got a channel member popping in. Welcome to the stream, Ray. Glad to see you here. Thanks for coming. We're going to play some Gun Girl.
Covered. Has a stunning 27-inch 4K main display, integrated second LCD for the marquee, powerful Rockchip 3588 processor paired with 64 gig storage. I don't think the other one only had 32, right?
Yeah, that's a lot more storage.
So double the storage. Legend CE 4K platform, compatibility with pinball/game packs, built-in VIBs for easy access to displays, convenient connectivity at the cabinet's back, authentic coin door for a full arcade experience. So there you go.
Team McCloskey, you know what they could have done that would have really pushed us to the next level? If we could have rotated the screen.
I know. They did it on the Mini.
Like they did it on the Mini, but have it be that 27-inch screen and have where you could rotate it.
For the pinball.
Yeah, think how cool it would be to play pinball with the rotated screen. That'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah, this King Ed makes a good thing. He says, it seems like they need to keep the front generic enough since display at top will change.
It is a multicade, yeah.
Black front may be too generic. Yeah, I don't want it to be black. I like the blended purple and like the sunset.
Yeah. Well, my current one that I have, current one I have now is flipped and it's black. That's the way I have mine right now. But I kind of agree with that to a certain extent, but you know, I don't know. I kind of like where it's themed to one specific thing, but that's just me.
Oh, I love that. I love that. We're not sure, Danzy, on the game list. All I can say on that is there are going to be at least 200 games built in, but that's subject to change. So we might get more. So it could be. It could.
Well, you know, one game's going to be on there, Killer Instinct.
Yeah,
you know that's going to be on there because that's the name of the cabinet. So anything else, we don't know yet, but we can't say that Killer Instinct will be on it.
Yep.
Right? It's got to be. I mean,
these are rules.
Yeah. I like this comment. It is much better than an arcade one-up cab. Yeah, well, it's a lot larger for one thing, and it's a multi-cade. And keep in mind that
66.44
you're gonna be able to play
inch.
thousands of games.
OTG.
It's just it's still the Legends, you know, which means you're gonna be able to side load and you're gonna be able to play thousands of games on it.
Yeah.
So it'll be a beast. I mean,
what size speakers were the old one? I can't remember. I don't know if it says on the specs on here.
The old one kind of had. They did the Tron kind of theme around the monitor.
Yeah, which I kind of like that.
I kind of liked it too. It's pretty cool, but
I mean, this one there looks pretty good too, though. And I seen it says Killer Instinct down here. You can't see it here, but I thought maybe they had him. What's his name on Killer Instinct? You see, I don't know Killer Instinct.
Spinal.
Yeah, I think he's over here on this bezel, but I'm not sure. But see, and that's the other thing is, as you notice, I just noticed this. That lightning goes from the side to the bezel down to the front.
Yeah, Steve McCloskey. That's the very first thing I noticed is that it flows through the cabinet. That's the first thing I noticed.
You can't get rid of that front panel. Then you can't flip it because that's pretty cool. That it goes all the way down from the side front to the front panel. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that bezel. Bezel looks good. What do you think of the bezel?
Oh, the LCD is amazing. It's the best marquee out there for a multicade. It's unbeatable. Looks fantastic.
That 27-inch they got on there. This machine's not any wider either. So I mean, they put the monitor all the way to the sides, man. Because you see that the bezel there is not. There's not much bezel there.
Yeah, like I said, if I could be 100% honest and just tell you exactly what I think, in my opinion, if I was to change anything, I'd make it a little fatter, make it a little thicker. I would probably redo the front panel.
Yeah,
but
I don't think it needs redone. It just needs something else on the front panel.
Yeah,
something. I like how it's blended, how they blended the sides to the bezel to the front. It's pretty neat. And it matches the marquee.
It'll look good too. I mean, a 27-inch monitor, not a 17-inch. It's 10 inches. 10 inches bigger than an arcade one-up. 10. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a big upgrade. 10 inches bigger monitor. 10 inches bigger.
That's true. Yeah.
You're going to notice that. You're going to notice that. I mean, you're definitely going to notice that. And as long as they keep their ecosystem where you can play thousands of games and with the controls, don't forget, you're getting 2-player, 8 buttons each, a trackball, a trackball, and 2 spinners. As a multicade, this thing's gonna be a monster, man. Once the community gets their hands on it, and we start bringing our games to it, it's gonna be an emulation powerhouse. So.
Oops. Yeah, there's a little bigger picture. I love it, man. I just think it looks great. Looks like they're gonna, of course, light up coin doors, and then they're gonna have a unique builder's plate as well, I guess.
Goofy Foot, I'm getting called out. Papa
Actually,
Brad's killing any chance of shilling. I'm sorry. I mean, I just gotta say how I feel about it, honestly.
Yeah, this is actually a little bit taller. The old one, the HD was 66.44. This one's
we're looking at the AtGames 4K Legends Arcade, Biggie D.
Yeah, we can roll the clip again. Let's roll the clip again. Got a little clip.
Yeah, roll the clip again. Make sure the sound is off so it doesn't claim.
You think that would claim?
Yeah, it 100% will claim for me.
Well, what was the music?
Every video that they've done claims. So just turn the sound off. So I don't have to edit it.
Never claims for me, sucker. You didn't get that fixed yet? I thought you were going to get that fixed.
Yeah, I did. I talked to them. They said, don't play the music.
Oh.
So let's not play the music, so I don't have to re-edit the video later. We don't need the music. It's just background music anyway.
I like it. Sounds good. Oh, here we go. I actually got a full screen this time. Okay. Legends Ultimate 4K.
Ultimate 4K. Killer Instinct Edition.
There it is.
Yeah, see that coin door? It's too small. It's like there's all that open space.
Pre-orders coming 2024.
I don't know what the solution would be either because it's such a big front panel.
I think you can make the coin door a little bit bigger too, or double. Like Jason said, you can always double the coin door.
Maybe double it, but that's not really a 4-player game.
True, that's what those are for. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Like I said, this is just a illustration so far. So, and look what they did with the pinball. You know, they fixed things on the pinball after they announced it, so we could see some.
Yeah.
Biggie D's like, wow, knew they were gonna go this route. Differently competition for Arcade 1-Up. Oh, this blows Arcade 1-Up. This is a full size cabinet, 66.54 inches tall, 27-inch screen TV. 27-inch screen.
The screen is 10 inches larger. 10 inches larger than an Arcade 1-Up.
Yeah. It's 27 inches, not 17, that's or even
sizable.
19.
10 inches.
Even if you say, okay, they have some 19-inch screens. Well, this is still 27.
Not even 19 inches is nice for a small arcade, a home arcade, but 27's better. Bigger is better, T. McCloskey.
Yeah, a lot better.
Higher resolution. It'll be in 4K. 4K is going to be sharp.
4K
you're
too.
going to have a good screen on it.
Yep.
I wish it would have made it where you could rotate the screen, but
yeah,
I guess
that would take it over.
Was not in the works.
That would take it over top, man. With the
maybe they tried it. Maybe it was a warranty nightmare. You never know what happened behind the scenes with that.
Yeah, because they know how to do the rotating screen because they did it on the ALU Mini. So
they know how to do the rotating screen because they've done it before.
Right. Yeah, they know how to do it.
I'm not saying this. Biggie D's Arcade is saying this, that this is coming. So, I mean, maybe this is not the theme that speaks to me. Maybe there'll be other themes that'll speak to me more. But who would be a good person to ask? T. McCloskey, who would be a good person to ask would be Shotgun Sean. Shotgun Sean owns a real Killer Instinct. He owns the Arcade 1-Up Killer Instinct. And so I would value his opinion because he is a super fan of this game. You know what I'm saying, T. McCloskey?
Yep. Yeah, I'd never had any.
Now, if this was themed to something different, I would have a strong opinion. It's just this is not my nostalgia, really, for me.
Ain't your jam.
And I had Killer Instinct in my arcade for a long time, so I played a lot when I had it. So.
Well, say you had it though. What do you think of the look compared to the one you had?
It looks better. Good opinion. Honestly, it looks better. The control panel on the Arcade 1-Up one was terrible. It was the worst control panel in my entire arcade. It was garbage. The controls were not just the entire design. With it, they had that plastic deck protector that was always digging into your hands when you're playing a fighting game. Everything about that KI cab, to me, I wasn't in love with it. I did like the games. I liked the games that were on it, I like Killer Instinct 2, and Battletoads. Those are all great games. But this cabinet looks way better to me than the arcade went up.
Yeah, it does to me too. Does to me, man. I like it. So
it's not really a reproduction of one cabinet though. I mean, it's almost like they did like a class of 1981 where you're combining two games to make one cabinet. You know, like how class 81 has Galaga on one side, Miss Pac-Man on the other side, and that comes together kind of in the middle. This is kind of the same thing, but with rare titles, you know? So, I mean, I don't know. I think it's cool. I think there are going to be people that love it. Just like anything, any kind of artwork, you know, art's subjective.
I love how they blended it, the two sides. Two different, and then they blend in the middle. Mm-hmm. I like that. City and AtGames just announced the 4K ALU. So that's what this is. This is the 4K Ultimate Legends cabinet. Like I said, it's a little bit tall. This is actually a little taller. I think it's because of the point up on top there that makes this a little bit taller than the old one. I think it's because of this point.
Yeah, I do like the shape of the cab more. I like the shape of the cab a lot more.
Yeah. What people in the chat, do you like this shape better or the old one? I love this one. I mean, I like it.
Oh,
I like that they squared
it
off.
better. I like they squared it off. It could be, like I said, it could be a bit thicker, but that's just a pet peeve. The thing is, like, these arcades don't need to be thick anymore because they don't really have big monitors, big heavy CRT monitors in there, you know. But yeah, it does look more like the iArcade Gold. I was going to say that. The controls look nice, Biggie D. You get 8 buttons. It's better than Gun's Deck. You get 8 buttons on each side. You're getting a trackball. You're getting 2 spinners and pinball buttons. So as a pure emulation beast, this thing can play. This thing is set to play thousands of games. With those controls, the way they're set up,
yeah, true.
You've got a lot of options down the road. I mean, imagine when CoinOps hits this or something similar. You know, the 8 button is the future for. You know, I just ordered I kickstarted a Dreamcast joystick that's being made, a new one. It's going to have an OLED screen in it, and it has the 8 button set up evening, because I think that's the future. You know, that's the best setup right now for. You know,
yeah, you can see the 8 buttons here.
Tons of games.
Well, you can see at least 4.
8 buttons is better in general.
Oh yeah, that should cover everything, right? The spinner, the trackball, and 8 buttons. It's pretty much. You should be covered, I would think.
I mean,
right?
We can talk about all the strengths. I mean, the strengths obviously, you've got the bit LCD marquee. You've got a killer IP. You got a well-known arcade IP, you know, the bit LCD. You got a bigger monitor. You got more controls than you've ever had on an AtGames Legends arcade. I mean, those are all huge wins.
Oh, so any home.
It's stepping forward. It's not stepping sideways or backwards. So I do like that it's moving forward.
Yep.
And
the control deck
as a fan of home arcade, for me, the only thing I would change, like if I was to change it myself, would be I would like it to be a little fatter, just because that's the way the originals looked, original arcades. I'd like them to do something with the front panel with the coin door. Coin door looks too small to me. I think this is their first time doing a coin door, isn't it? I don't know if they've done it. I mean, they've done it on the pinball. I mean, on the arcade. I know the pinball, the original Legends Ultimate had a coin door, but I'm talking about for the arcade. This is the first time integrating a coin door.
Yep. You know, you could too. What you could do. Well, I don't know if the original
10-inch bigger screen than an arcade one up 10 inches. That's a huge step up. That's going to be nice to play in your. And the thing is, it's a 4K screen that you can plug anything into.
Yeah, remember
where you can just they have HDMI in, and you can plug anything into that. So I think it'll be very useful to have.
And it has a built-in Vibs board now too.
Yeah. It is a little bit like Colossus of 1981 in that it's blending the two games.
Now you have like on a pinball has a Vibs and you have 3 screens, right? If you wanted to, man, you could throw up a monitor on top, have a 3rd screen.
Yeah, I definitely see what they're doing.
Dragon's Lair, like Dragon's Lair, man. You can have a 3rd screen up there.
3rd screen, put the monitor on top. Yeah,
like Dragon's Lair.
That's what I have. My gold has a 3rd screen on it. I just have it up there always on my gold cabinet because you can. Because you can. That's kind of the way they made it. I mean, you can easily do it. It's nothing to it. Just split the HDMI and you got a 3rd screen.
I mean, having a Vibs board there, you can have them all together.
Yeah,
just like the pinball.
I mean, Hobby Hands is 100% right. The screen alone is an arcade one-up killer. And the Legends Ultimate screen is one of the most beautiful. Like when you see Robotron playing on the Legends Ultimate, it's just a beautiful screen with really nice black levels. It's like ideally suited to playing arcade games, especially classic arcade games.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like
Goofyfoot says the coin door has to be a mock-up mistake. I kind of agree. I mean, I think like.
Well, they're using the pinball.
The weakest part to me is the front panel, but I don't know.
I don't think it's weak. It's just the coin door looks out of place because the panel's so big.
It's not real thick either. I mean, doesn't look like an arcade one-up XL. Like the XL is kind of fat and almost a square shape.
Yeah,
this is still a rectangular shape. It's not a square. As far as the cabinet shape.
A hell of a lot bigger.
I do like the way the side panels are not using the swan design. I do like that. I think it's pretty good.
I like it. And I like the blended effect of the 2 sides.
But for me, T. McCloskey, I might have to wait for a skin that really appeals to me more because, like I said, I don't have the nostalgia too much for Killer Instinct. We'll see if they're going to come out with different models.
Yeah, I think they're
maybe they won't. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they will.
Dude.
I think they're going to do exactly what they're doing with the 4K pinball. So you can see, different whatever license they get. Now, I mean, I shouldn't say the license they get because these can play all games, right?
You can bring your own games. I mean, you're not limited at all. I mean, if you can bring your own games.
Well, I'm just saying, really. You can play, you can play, Star Wars, Tron, all those. You could see skins of those, but they would have to get
lots of small changes. Like, did you notice that instead of having ball tops, it has bat tops, like Killer Instinct? It had bat tops. So this one has bat tops instead of ball tops.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I saw their bat tops.
There's a lot of small things, like if you look at it, that have been changed.
And if you don't like bat tops, you can get the ball tops are so cheap to get. You can get them off of Amazon cheaply. But they might even include ball tops. You might get the choice of the ball tops or the bat tops. AtGames might throw those in.
Yeah. The thing is, overall, as a cabinet shape, I think it looks pretty good. Like I said, overall.
Marine 50 makes a good thing here. He says there's no AtGames Legends logo anywhere. There is one on the bezel. Well, it just says
the
Legends
mark
Ultimate.
on the it's not back glass. What do they call it?
Bezel.
The glass. The bezel. Yeah, the bezel.
Yeah, the bezel
says Legends.
Yeah. And then down on the coin door, if they keep this coin door the way it is, it says AtGames on that as well. It looks like the builder's plate, like the pinball has. So that's why this is pinball. Yeah. So this is a pinball coin door because it actually has that builder's plate on it as well, which says AtGames Legends, and then it says Killer Instinct. But cool to have them light up coin doors, Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
To me, man, like you said, this is a huge improvement. They're going forward. They're making improvements. Bigger screen, one design artwork, different shape. I love it. More buttons.
More buttons. 8 buttons versus 6 buttons.
Yeah, and
bit LCD marquee.
Yeah, bit LCD marquee. I mean, that's a huge throw in. So right there, it's going to be a little more expensive because of that. But because that's $350 if you buy it in their store. So So it was the old one,
It looks like
$600.
Does it have? It looks like it has the builder's plate, like the pinballs, unless that they just copy and pasted that coin door.
Yeah, I think that's
artwork.
what they did.
But see, it looks like if you look in the middle of the coin door, it looks like there is a builder's plate on it, huh?
Yeah, that's what I was just saying.
I'm trying to check out that coin door. Yeah.
I mean, I could throw the picture back up. We could blow it up, but yeah, that's what I was saying. It's the same coin door as the. There you go. You want a big, Papa Brad? I got a big on there. Look at that coin door. It looks huge now.
That coin door. You got it.
Yep.
You zooming in.
AtGames.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Just blow it up to that size. That should be the front panel right there.
There you go. But yeah, you could really see it now. So
just a giant coin door. Hockey puck sized quarters would go into it. Hockey puck sized.
Now the other thing you do, I know the original didn't have it, but you know how
size wise, it's about the same size as the current. Size wise, just from a size, it's pretty much the same size as the current one, isn't it? It's not any fatter.
No,
she didn't put on any weight and get thicker. It's the same dimensions, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. They're off like shape. A little bit. Yeah, it's just a really different shape.
Yeah,
it makes it a little taller because of the shape. But yeah, it's pretty much the same dimensions as the old one. Yeah, I mean, I like it. I like the one themed art. I'm never going to complain about that. You know, one thing I was going to say about the coin door is, what if they made one? Because you know how some of the arcades had the coin door and then they had the black panel underneath it. Basically, is probably where the bend for the quarters went. But remember how it was just a black? It was just like a black right underneath the coin door. They could do something like that too. That would help.
I remember some arcades they put a kick panel so people, when they got mad and they kicked the machine so their foot wouldn't go through the wood, they put a piece of metal there, like truck chrome, so you couldn't kick your foot through the cabinet when you got mad at it. They called it a kick panel.
Oh, here's
it's cool. I mean, like I said, for me, that's
here you go, right here, dude. Killer Instinct actually had it. You can see it down here underneath the coin door. Down here under the coin, there's another coin. It's all black. Can you see that or not?
Did it have a kick panel?
No, but it had another piece of the coin door. See the extra coin door down here? See, it has two. It has one coin door here and
it's
a
coin
coin
lot
door
bigger.
here.
The coin door.
But if they added this black
coin
piece,
door is a lot bigger.
What if they added this though? This extra coin door, like it has here. That's the one that you would unlock and you would pull the bucket out with the quarters in it.
The cash box would come out of there. That's where you pull the quarters out. The cash box.
Yeah.
So they had a coin door and a cash box. Yeah. So
if you added that, that would help break it up.
A faux cash box? I don't know. It's like,
why not?
You can break it up. See, they went with the light blue buttons like that. The light. See the buttons? That's the color the buttons will be. See the light blue? And it will have bat tops like a real Killer Instinct. But it'll have 8 buttons instead of 6, and it'll have a spinner. It'll have a trackball in the middle. The control panel looks real nice to me. The layout.
Yeah, it looks like it's the same art. And look what they could do too, man. They could add this Killer Instinct sticker too in the front, because it has a black front like that. See, they could add that Killer Instinct logo right here on this black piece.
Yeah, somebody will make that for sure. Aftermarket, some company will make that and sell that.
Never know. AtGames might throw it in.
They could do that.
Yeah. That would make it like complete. You know what I mean? Look just exactly like it.
There's no AtGames logo anywhere. Maybe it'll be on the kick panel. Yeah. I don't know. A safe hidden behind the cash box. $500 upcharge. Yeah.
What was that?
King Ed says that a safe should be hidden behind the cash door.
Oh.
Put a safe in there. Coin box versus a coin acceptor. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think the coin door will be off-centered this time. Doesn't look off-centered to me.
No, it's definitely not off-centered. I grew up where you couldn't put quarters in actual machines. There were numbered coin slots in a wall separate from the machines to prevent vandalism. I never was in an arcade that had that. That's definitely different. Yeah, I don't think they'll make that mistake either. But besides the coin door, man, I think we're all in agreement that it looks pretty damn good. That's awesome. Change the shape. I really like it. And if people didn't hear before, there is a built-in Vibs board in here too.
Yeah, it is hobby hands. It's because the scale. It's because that monitor is so big and so wide. It makes the coin door look small.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So maybe they, I don't know.
It does have the Rock Chip 3588 processor, and it has 64 gigs of storage, not 32. So they doubled the storage, which is really good as well. So see, there's another upgrade, storage. And right now they're saying it's going to be 200 games built in, but that could change. We could see more games by the time it's out there. This ain't going to be out there for a while.
As long as they allow us to bring our own games, it doesn't really matter that much. I mean, it's good. I know. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It's good that they're on there. I'm not saying that they shouldn't have them, but what I'm saying, when you can bring your own games, that makes it where you can put the games you want on there. So, I
know you're going to have the OTG in there.
Yeah, the OTG,
that'll be on there.
And the bring your own games is part of it. You can pretty much put what you want to play on there. You got the controls to play everything pretty much.
Oh, I was totally wrong. So, sorry. Storage on the old one was 16 gigabytes. This one's 64. They more than doubled it, Papa Brad.
64.
Going from 16
Dude, I'm so used to flash drives being so cheap though that why is it not even bigger than that? Flash drives are cheap. You can buy 128 gigabyte flash drive for what, $20?
Yeah.
If that. I mean, this stuff's gotten cheap anymore.
Yeah, you never know. By this time,
I don't know if you're doing something like this.
Yeah, I don't know either. These probably ain't going to hit till next summer or fall, right? So,
yeah, I mean, I know totally doing emulation, you can fill up 120 gig flash drive like that. I mean, nothing. Yeah. Fill up that 120 gig flash drive.
Like hobby hands, no riser. You don't need a riser. 66.54 inches tall. No risers.
No risers.
No risers needed. Suck unless you're 8 foot tall. I mean, you might need one.
Got the chrome trim. You got the chrome.
Yep. What do you think about the chrome?
Chrome?
I think it looks good on here on the Killer Instinct.
You think it looks good on there?
Or would you rather see black? Purple.
That's true. Cool. Flash drives have a limit. Read write.
Compared to SSD.
Yeah. That is true. Hobby Hands is correct. Fortunately, most older arcade games are pretty small. So if you're going to run newer stuff, sometimes they have those their hard drive images. Those are a lot bigger. You might not even be able to run them on a flash drive. That's true. I think we had a pretty good look. You want to wrap it up, Team McCloskey?
You want to wrap it up already?
Yeah, I mean, we're 58 minutes in. This was just a first look, wasn't it?
Yeah. I was going to talk about their sale that they
started. What else you got to show?
But we can talk that tomorrow.
We can. Pull that up. Let's take a look at it. You want to do it tomorrow?
If you need to go. I mean, it's really just a first look of the Killer Instinct.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. First look for me, I would say I'm impressed. That's my first look take on it. It's like, wow, that looks really nice. I like how they made the side, bezel, and front panel all blend together with the lightning bolts. That's pretty cool. And I like how they blend.
Yeah, definitely a huge jump up from the original HD arcade, Legends Ultimate. It's definitely a huge jump up. There's no doubt about that. So,
yeah, I mean, you got that side.
Step in the right direction.
And then they blend both sides pretty much in the front. I like that. I like the purple. Purple looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really in the front panel.
Killer Instinct itself is a CHD drive. That's what I thought. Mm-hmm. They'll need that storage space just for that alone.
Yeah, they can be large on drive. Yeah. Yeah, the front panel really has purple lightning bolts, black, reddish orange. A lot of colors on there. Got the Rare logo down there. I think it's. Oh no, you don't have the Rare on the side. So yeah, you do on this one. This side, you see the Rare logo right there, but it's not on the other side. I don't think. Oh yeah, it's there too. Yeah, they pretty much match the two sides. That's pretty good. You know, the artwork of the characters are pretty much the same size.
Oh yeah, the artwork on both sides reminds me a lot of the original arcades. And you got the Spinal and the Orchid. I mean, it's pretty cool. That looks good.
Like I said, one thing you could do in the front panel is put another character on this side and
Full Gore. This side. They got a lot of other cool characters.
Yeah, I mean that's something they could add.
Yeah.
But I would keep this original. Maybe just add some things. But you know, if you put that second coin door on there, you know, for the coin box, it might help the coin door because it would definitely make that look a little bigger. I think it would look kind of cool having that characters in the front, two different ones. Like you said, they got a bunch of cool characters in those games.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, a vast improvement, Hobby Hand says. I agree. Hobby Hand says, wrap it up. We'll see you tomorrow as well. Yeah, we can talk about the sale.
Wrap it up, man. Wrap it up.
I mean, the sale's out there on Facebook, so. Same SBC as ALP 4K. 8 gigs of RAM. Okay, Karos has 8 gigs of RAM, just like the pinball. I'm not sure Goofy they're on. I imagine they're on. Gamer dudes. All right, man. Thanks everybody hanging out and checking out the new AtGames 4K Ultimate. Looks awesome. And I think we will see different themes down the road as well. All right. Got anything else to add there, Papa Brad?
No.
You get your adult beverages yet? Have they arrived yet?
I haven't got the adult beverages yet. They're on the way, though. They're on the way. They're on the way, Team McCloskey. So I should be well stocked for tomorrow with adult beverages. So
look out, everybody.
Need to get my adult beverages. Need to get my shill drinks. Team McCloskey, I need my shill drinks. You know, I need my shill drinks to function. So they're on the way.
On the way, Pop Brad says. Yeah, you can see my my space behind me a little better than today. Since I'm in a different angle, you can see.
I see
it's
that,
big enough, man.
For my space is hope. It's waiting for something to go in it. I know.
4K pinball going right there, suckers. Right there.
I need more space behind me. Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I even have an outlet there for my internet. I might be able to hook up my the Ethernet on that thing. I didn't even realize it was back there.
There you go.
All right. Yeah, Merry Christmas. We can say Merry Christmas. Oh, dude, I didn't use my thing again. Papa Brad. Hold on.
You always forget to use that thing. It's not even going to be Christmas. You got to start using it after Christmas.
I need to.
You got to start using it after Christmas. Team McCloskey, slacking. You're slacking, Team McCloskey.
Well, I had to get ready for this breaking news from AtGames.
Anyway,
I was in a hurry, man.
We got a friend of my channel is going live. Steps Gaming is live, so if you're leaving us, go hop over there and give Steps some views.
What is what just was announced, because that's what people are going to want to talk about. And this is straight from the Rexer Show's video. I give him credit for how, this picture. I don't know how he obtained it. You can see it's the classic AtGames Legends Ultimate control panel, but this is for the new Killer Instinct 4K. It's definitely got the KI light blue buttons. I think they're a little bit lighter, but it'll do. It It's interesting because they chose the Killer Instinct Gold logo from the Nintendo 64. That's what the Killer Instinct logo looks like in the upper corner. I may be mistaken, but it's definitely not the KI1 logo. It appears to be the KI Gold. And then it's got the Killer Instinct 2 logo over there, interestingly enough. The control panel is not bad. It's not bad. It actually somewhat looks like a Killer Instinct control panel. And we got our spinners and our trackball and all of that still. Our AtGames typically has. Looks very similar to the AtGames Legends Gamer Pro deck that I have here at home. Toxin, the deck looks good. It definitely does. I think this might be the best part of it. Honestly, the deck, they did a pretty good job with this deck. I'd rather see a more retro looking KI logo on the side, but that's a real small little thing. They did pretty good at the deck. You like the 8-button layout. Yeah, well, it has to. I mean, the AtGames is going to play some modern games, more modern games. They may actually need to utilize that 8-button layout, even though the Killer Instinct Arcade actually only had 8 buttons. Seems to be okay. Rexer has supernatural natural abilities that none of us can ever understand. That's the quote of the stream, Ricardo, right there, man. Definitely. Oh, some say he's Lord Voldemort. Him and his family are not feeling well right now, so everybody give some well wishes, and we hope that the Rexer show feels better for sure. Oh my gosh, we got a guest. Hello.
What?
You showed up. Wow. Arcade Gamers.
What's happening?
Yeah, I put.
Dude, you sent me a link. What do you expect?
Send everybody a link, man. Anybody who wants to talk about this, I'm gonna put it in the chat too. I'm cool. We can talk about chaos.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Look at this. What are we watching? We're watching Rexer.
This I pulled from the Rexer show because he had everything ready to go. Right when it's how I found out about it.
He's got all the photos. I don't even have these photos.
Yeah, so I just pulled it immediately, and I just decided I'm not going to show a stream, but I will show the photos because he got them from somewhere. And I'm thinking that the deck looks pretty good, Papa Brad.
Yeah, I'm saying right away, emulation beast. I mean, steps, 8-button layout. Is that more the future for having a fighting control panel?
Some games
the original
might utilize
ALP
it more than others.
The original ALP had 6 buttons. This has 8 buttons on each side. That's got to be better.
Say you put on let's see.
More modern games.
When did the game start having double triggers? I mean, like Xbox One, maybe. I mean, there's some games that may actually utilize 8 buttons, so it's safe to put in 8 buttons. It's not a bad idea.
This is this is the first control panel they did without using ball tops. It has bat tops.
Yeah.
Like immediately, I look at this. I mean, this looks good to me for a control panel.
Yeah.
But, it's not all cluttered up. I mean, you got a lot of space around the trackball. It probably will play a lot of arcade games well with this control setup, the way it's set up.
I wonder if it's a little bit longer because of the 27-inch monitor that's coming with it.
I don't think so. I think it's the same dimensions.
Same dimensions? Okay.
I think so.
You would know better than me.
Same footprint.
Just to be transparent, Papa Brad is in the AtGames influencer
That's right. See,
group.
look, I'm spelling it out. Look, shill. I'm a shill. Let me drink my shill juice.
I am not. I
want my shill juice.
I want 100% say I am not in the AtGames influencer group. I am in the Steps influencer group. So I'm going to give you my honest opinion. And not all of my opinions today will be positive, but I like this deck. The deck, they did a good job on the deck.
I love the deck.
Steps,
I'm not allowed to show this deck, but apparently you're allowed to show it. So, I mean, I'm glad you're showing it, but I'm not allowed to show it. But, yeah, it looks great to me. Look at that. It looks great. There's nothing wrong with the deck.
You're not allowed to show it. Okay, well, Papa Brad did not know
I'm not. If I show this, I'll be kicked out of the influencer.
I just want to I want to be clear that Papa Brad had no idea.
I had no idea, but
this.
yeah, that looks great.
He just showed up and he's like, "Oh my god, it's."
I just showed up. You just sent me a link. I'm never afraid to come on your stream. You're my friend.
And I got a picture of the deck from the Rexer show. Okay, I don't know where he got it. I don't know any of that stuff. Rexer shows here. He says, "Wonder where it came from." I'm just pulling.
Got the bag now.
If he posted it in his video, I thought it was common, so I didn't know. Okay?
No, yeah, this is great though. Looks good to me.
I have no
to me, I gave my opinions. I'm probably going to get kicked out of the influencer because I said exactly what I thought. I had some pretty critical things to say, Steps.
Okay, well, the thing I'm going to say though is that the deck, I think they did a good job. I will say that.
100% agree with that. And as a multicade, this is set up where you can play. I mean, this is a good setup for playing a lot of games. If you're just looking for a pure multicade, I'm going to make a multicade. I want to be able to play lots of games that are different time periods in arcade. This is a good setup. I can tell you. Because I play this stuff all the time. It's a nice playable.
Biggie D shared the link to the stream if you want to join.
There you go.
He wants to talk about. Let's talk about who leaked this direction.
Yeah, who leaked this direction?
That's funny. Good job on the deck. Works well with OTG. Overthink Gaming? He's a KI fan. I know that's not what he's talking about. Where's the HDMI and USB ports?
Good question. I don't see them.
That really should be there. That really should be there.
I don't know where they're at.
We had a real KI fan in here too. Where's Jago? His name is. He says the AOU KI is ugly and way too expensive.
The arcade 1-up one is way uglier though to me.
We'll get into the looks. We're not there yet, I guess. We're still talking about this. You just have to zoom in on the pics and change the angle. Is he joking? He's got to be joking.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
There's no HDMI and USB.
It's all Photoshop tricks. Good job, Rexer. Yeah, he's got some Photoshop skills because this looks pretty legit. As far
it does, and
what a Killer Instinct AtGames control panel would look like.
Why did they spend the time to make the control panel look like the real arcade? And I
like it. I think it's good.
They did a very good job.
I like? Okay. Now, if you look at the original ALU, it was a monstrosity of mismatched artwork with a hodgepodge of all kind of different characters and games. At least this has a theme. You know what I'm saying? To me, this is a step in the right direction. I mean, the original one had the Lion King next to Wreck-It Ralph. I mean, the original one to me, they had all the logos. Like, remember when Arcade 1-Up started that with putting like, "Oh, I'm too dumb to know what's on this cab. I'm gonna put a logo with text telling me every game on the cab." I hated that. This to me looks way better than the original.
Why not make a KI replica cab but brand it to AtGames, right size for the KI games? Well, they did, I guess. If you want to call it so here's the design. And I almost like some of the ideas with it, but overall it doesn't look like an authentic KI machine.
It reminds me of the class of 1981.
Why?
Because you've got one game on one side, the other game on the other side. I think where it misses in the middle, it just for me the center panel where the coin door is doesn't bring it together. But what do you think, Steps?
Well, the coin door is a fine idea if we were making a real looking arcade. I don't think the AtGames Legends Ultimate looks like it doesn't look like a real arcade. It looks like an AtGames Legends Ultimate. So I'm unsure of the purpose. Now, it says it's a real coin door. So does that mean it actually plays with quarters?
Oh, I don't know.
Because
is it a functional coin door? I didn't know that.
Because I was looking at their announcement on Facebook here, and it said, where did I see it? somewhere in here. Was it in there or was it in Twitter? I saw somewhere, and it said that it was a real coin door. I mean, it's got to be closer to functional than
it actually work. Oh, that would be neat.
Yeah, and if it's a rep, if it's not a functional door, it does look like it at least lights up. But it doesn't look like a real Killer Instinct cab. And I know you just said you didn't like the Arcade 1-Up Killer Instinct, but the Arcade 1-Up Killer Instinct, both the Pro and the regular, looked more like a real arcade of Killer Instinct than the AtGames.
That is true.
Now, I'm not saying it's better overall. I'm just saying it looked more authentic to the arcade than what AtGames is doing here.
Yeah.
And I think that
the monitor is 10 inches bigger.
He did. They did that sell. They sold out. P-Dubs got one. Biggie D got one. All the Arcade 1-Up shills got the $150 deal.
1-Up shills got them. They did. They got the $150 KI cabs.
Question for Brad in the influencer group: why can't you tell PK he's making mistakes with the design and color?
I did. You can go watch. I'm sure T. McCloskey's not throwing at me. You can watch Arcade Talk. I just said everything I didn't like about this cab. I said, one, it's too thin. Real arcade cabs, it should be more of a square than a rectangle. Like, she's a little too thin. I think it's not thick enough. For me, it doesn't have the nostalgia if it's not more of a square shape. I think the front panel is not for me, but I was very critical. You can go watch Arcade Talk.
So here's something to think of. Thor KC brings up a good point. I'm pretty sure the stand for the Unico Blast Candy Cab is a functioning coin acceptor. So the question is, if we get a Unico Nova Blast, it's $11.99, right? Plus shipping. And you get the cabinet and the stand. This is the same exact price. No, it's $100 more, right? It's $12.99. So it's about the same because you have to pay $100 to ship the Unico. So it evens out. But I think if you have to pay for shipping on top with the AtGames, then the AtGames is more money. Do you think these go in the same category, the same bucket, or the same market, the same people, or do you still think it markets different people? Because we're at a much higher price point than an Arcade 1-Up.
I think this is like they're going for more of an upper end multicade. Pull up Rexer's comment where he says the whole point of the group helped them. I think we have helped them. We've definitely, at least on the Arcade Talk show, we've definitely pointed out a lot of rooms for improvement, and they have definitely made a lot of improvements to the original pinball from watching our show and other shows like our shows. So I think we've done what we can. I mean, I can only speak from my opinion. My opinion is, like I said, I would have preferred it was a little fatter. And I know they don't need to be thick because you're not putting a big CRT monitor in there. But, that's kind of the look I like. And but I see a lot of good stuff, too. I see a bigger monitor. I see good controls. So I don't know. I see the good and the bad. I say both,
Again.
Also, we keep forgetting that the marquee, too, is going to change with the game. It's a completely, when you see that bit LCD in person, it is gorgeous. It's a very pretty marquee. Every time you change a game, that marquee is going to completely change to whatever game you're playing on the machine.
So, I mean, there's a lot to see. 1300's a lot, but it is a lot bigger cabinet too.
It's a bigger screen, 10 inches bigger than Arcade 1-Up. It's got an LCD marquee. and you're going to be able to play thousands of games on it. Not 4 games, not 10 games. Steps. It's a multicade. You have an iArcade. You know what a multicade. You know what a great multicade is because I see you playing your iArcade. You know that having a giant, massive library of games that are emulated well is really what a multicade is about.
Yeah. George Barlow likes it. He says, finally doing what iArcade never quite did. Looks nice. That's one of the things I get when I play the iArcade now and I add games to it. I'm like, damn, this runs great. I wish I could have played this when iArcade was actually out.
I know. The ability to bring your own games is a really big thing for like these kind of devices. I mean, that to me is important, and good emulation is important.
All right, I'm gonna hit these 2 points here. This first one, I'll keep my KI Pro. I don't blame you because I think the KI Pro looks more like a real KI, even though it has metal T-molding or whatever. I think, and I thought that doesn't look like a real KI, but it does look more like a legit KI. And if you change the joysticks on it, it's definitely more realistic to the arcade. But the arcade sticks that came with it were terrible. And I'm assuming this is going to come with the AtGames joysticks that they currently have been using, and the same ones that came with the iArcade. Are they Balane, I think?
Yeah, the controls aren't bad on the.
They're not bad.
AtGames. They're not bad. They're not the greatest. I mean, we're kind of snobs because now we have our own preferences. Steps, both me and you, because we've tried so many different things and we've found out things we like the most. But they're pretty good overall. They're better than Arcade 1-Up. Way better.
Yeah. Worst J goes, again, talk about the understanding of cost. So I don't see the need for the 4K. I guess if you're going to play more modern games, I could see a need for the 4K, possibly. But most of the games I play, I don't care about 4K. I play like a Xbox Series S because it's 1440p, and that's fine with me. I'm not too worried about it. I don't own a 4K TV even. I'm kind of in this old school box. I know you do, Papa Brad, and I know you probably love it.
Just got another one. But they, I think it opens up. We'll see. Hopefully they'll get some stuff that they can play on in their store. Wouldn't that be cool if there were some 4K like retro arcade games and stuff you could play on the AtGames? But that's all.
Why would 4K be better for retro games than standard HD? If you know, would it actually look better? Because the games are.
Well, I mean, I have the Atari VCS. The Atari VCS is pretty amazing for playing retro reimagined games.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see where this would be that much different, really.
So here's the specs on the AtGames Ultimate 4K. So the regular Legends Ultimate came with 300 built-in games. Apparently, this one comes with 200 games. So it's coming with 100 less games.
Depends on the games, reason. Right? But here's the thing.
I bet you there's probably better games with
if you can bring your own games, how much of a factor is it? Let's face it. Well, would you rather play the stock games that came on the iArcade or the games you can play now? I'm just going to ask you honestly.
How are you going to be able to bring your own games to the Legends Ultimate 4K when you have to have the updated version of the operating system, which doesn't allow CoinOps X? Is that correct?
No, they never said that.
Doesn't the latest update that they had like a couple months back, doesn't it block out CoinOps X or does it not?
That did, but they're not moving away from bringing your own games. Let's get that straight right from at the core of AtGames from the beginning was that it had options. You could bring your own games. Like that, that is just like a tactic to scare people away. They're not going to do that. Why would they do that? That our whole platform was built around
I don't know enough.
Your own games.
So I ask you because this is a point that Rexer made in his video, is that it'll be the up-to-date operating system.
I think it's a moot point. No, I think
they're going to change CoinOps X.
They're going to change the way you do it. They're going to change the way you do it to something different, probably called the general loader. But you're still going to be able to bring your own games, and it's still going to play thousands of games. So they're not going to be going backwards. This is not a backwards move. I mean, they're definitely not going to go backwards.
Okay. All right.
They have the engineers. That's the thing about AtGames. One thing you can't say about AtGames is they definitely have the engineers. They're like the NASA of home arcade. I mean, you can do more with the AtGames, outside of maybe a PC and do it yourself, which we know Rexer is a fan of do it yourself and of real arcade. And, you know, outside of that, if you've got the skills to do that, you know, you can just build it yourself. But, you know,
I got a ton of tabs.
I see what he's saying, but once again, it comes down to what's your level of experience with home arcade. If you can do it all yourself, you can build your own cabinet. This is not for that person. This is for someone that wants something that's easy mode. You know, maybe I get a USB stick. You know, this is not like I'm going to build my own arcade from scratch.
Yeah. What's the difference? Mode. What's the difference in this CPU? This rock chip? Do you know? The rock chip 3328 versus the 88.
Carlo would be the one to probably talk to about that.
Okay. I'm assuming.
I'm sure it's better.
It's upgraded. I hear it's, from what I remember hearing, it's slightly better than what's in the iArcade. And the iArcade has run about everything I've thrown at it, you know, up to about the year 2000.
All I got to say, Steps, if it's better than iArcade, I'm going to be very happy with it. Because right now, with the Mystery Encoder mod, playing all these classic arcades and the games I love on iArcade, I'm happy. So if it's even better than that, I mean, I don't think I'm going to be disappointed. Just honestly, my opinion.
Now, this comes with 64 gigs of storage. So that's going to limit you on modern games, I would think, to a degree. Because my iArcade is 128 gigs. This is coming in with 64. Is the AtGames
They have USB, though. They have a USB.
Okay, that's good.
So, I mean, it is upgradable. Whatever size you want, you know.
Okay, that's good to know. Upgradable is good. Now, does it play KI 2013? I doubt it. I don't think so. It's not going to have enough power. It's not going to have enough juice. 2 months included of ArcadeNet. Okay. I'm not worried about the trivial things that try to get you to join a membership. I mean, that's just, they're giving it to you so that you like it and continue on. 90-day warranty originally, now it's 1 year. It should be 1 year. It should always be 1 year. But for any of their products, it should be 1 year to begin with. But
that's an investment. You know, if you're spending more money, they should stand behind it.
Now, Rexer is saying the leaderboards are different. The leaderboards for 4K are different from the HD leaderboards.
Probably, yeah, because it's gonna be a different machine, right?
Yeah,
it's not the same machine. You can't even play Killer Instinct on the original. So I mean, like they're gonna have to have different leaderboards.
Yeah, I think Jason's absolutely right. They really, if they have a screen like 27 inches that's widescreen, they definitely should be discussing modern retro games or games that utilize that screen. Otherwise, why? You know, why can't they bring something like River City Girls or Double Dragon Gaiden, something like that? That would be great to have on here, right?
You pop out of that for a second. We got a comment from Carl O here. I just want to read this one. It's important. This is about 3 times faster than the iArcade SBC and about 8 times faster than the current ALU. Now, we all love, I can speak for myself. I love the AtGames Legends Ultimate. I like it so much I bought 2 of them. I have one behind me just to prove my point. I have another one sitting right there. Both of them with the BitPixel marquees, which I also love. And, you know, this thing is going to be an upgrade in every single way to the AtGames Legends Ultimate. So if you love the AtGames Legends Ultimate, everything in here is just going to be more powerful and upgraded. And, I mean, that to me is the real excitement. The real excitement is imagine the kind of games we're going to be able to play on this beast. You know. So I'm looking forward to a more powerful chipset, you know, and I know the community will you know, eke every little bit of power out of the chip once they get their hands on this and this is widely out. Then the fun begins, you know. And you know, if you're an early adopter, I'm just going to say, you know, like you're going to have to be a little patient. This is brand new, but everything about this is more powerful. And you know, I've been loving, since I got the Mystery Encoder chip, I've been loving emulating games on my iArcade. So I can only imagine how good this machine is going to be at it. Everything about it says it's more powerful. So, and you know, AtGames is kept a kind of open and connected platform. So I don't ever see them changing that. There's a lot of fear. You know, just because you can't run CoinOps doesn't mean there's not other programs you can run that you can still emulate. CoinOps is a fancy front end. It just gives you like a fancy menu system. But you know, as long as they have bring your own games, I think we'll have tons of games to play on this machine. And it's going to come with plenty of games too. But I think the beauty of this is it's an open and connected platform. I just want to state that again. I do want to really thank Carl O for being such a good participant in the stream. He knows a lot about arcades. He's a fantastic gamer. He recommends games all the time that we check out on the show Arcade Talk. Thank you for being here. Hey, Firestarter, it's great to see you. He was a guest on my show, The iArcadians. If you're not subscribed to his channel, go check it out. He does great content. Let me go back to this live stream. I just wanted to point that out. Or even like deeper cuts. Like, I mean, look how good Saturn was on the iArcade or Donut Dodo. I mean, there's definitely great titles out there that could be put on an arcade platform that are not right now. I mean,
yeah.
The VCS, the Atari VCS, as much as I'm liking it, a lot of those games, they would be suited to be in on an arcade cabinet, but they're not. So, I mean, there's definitely games that would be good.
Yeah, I think people are trying to figure out, it could run Zen Pinball, but it can't play KI-13. I don't think it can. And I don't even know if the processor could do it. But Worst Jago saying it could recover a ton of code. Yeah, Iron Galaxy and Microsoft, that's a bunch of different licenses to get. Because Rare is simply the only one involved with the retro games. Could start out licensing all the Atari Recharged games. That would make sense. It totally would make sense. Brooklyn Menace is here. Good to see you, Brooklyn. Good to see you. So, anyway, I don't think these specs over here look bad. I can't complain about the specs, really. Other than the storage, I think they should put 128 in the sucker. But other than that, I have no bones to pick with the specs.
I said that too. I mean, like, you can buy 128 flash drive for like what, $20? Like,
yeah.
Why is there not more storage? But that's just my opinion. But maybe it's different when it's built into the motherboard and stuff that these things use. I don't know. But I would like to have more storage always. It seems like I always run out steps. Always run out. Doesn't matter how much I got. The more I use.
I haven't run out of my arcade, man.
I always run out.
It's pretty nice. I'm like, I only got 89 gigs left. I better be.
No, there you go. You only got 89 gigs. You're going to have to be selective. You're going to have to start being selective.
See, we don't know if Code Mystics is doing the KA or not, right? And I'm going to say this. For the really cheap, terrible PCB board that Arcade 1-Up used, Code Mystics did a wonderful job on that, and it played great, right? Now, it did have some online issues here or there that Code Mystics updated and fixed, but they did a really, really good job. Worst Jago saying it's not developed by Code Mystics. I've heard some people say there was. Some people
but
say
maybe
there
it doesn't
isn't.
have to be either, because
I don't know. If it was Travis that said it isn't,
they're not trying to use underpowered hardware. They're not using underpowered hardware, so they're not going to have to. They're going to have to tweak as much.
Here's the thing, though. Code Mystics did the KI on the Xbox and the KI on the Arcade 1-Up, and Code Mystics is known for working on Killer Instinct and Rare specific, and so that's the kind of the gold standard of running the game.
Is a good company.
I think AtGames has a ton of potential. They have the potential to deliver that multi-cade experience with legal releases that no one else seems to be able to do. No one else out there could do. iArcade mismanaged. They're done. Arcade 1-Up doesn't seem to be in that lane, and AtGames is. They have a lot of potential. They seem to be the future leaders of this movement of home arcade. I think they should go with more black on the sides with skeletons on both sides. Don't overthink it. That would be cool. Like, imagine if you put the skeleton over, where Orchid is right here, and it was all black, and then you put a KI logo up here. That still does not look like the authentic arcade, but it would look more real to the experience, and I think it would look better. Or if you're going to stick with the KI2, put a KI2 logo up here, maybe. I don't know. There's got to be a way to make this look a little bit better. And I'm not sure who's doing the art, if they've hired a professional artist. But I don't know. I think the marquee looks okay. The marquee looks okay, but it doesn't look authentic. And I really thought that the deck was a win. I will say that. This deck is a win. Totally a win. Looks great. Don't change the deck AtGames. Don't change the deck. You got it right. You got it right. If you're going to change anything, work on the overall art package for the cabinet. If you can't change the shape of the cabinet, I think Jason here is a place to go. I think you're right, Jason. Travis is now part of AtGames and signing people up for the AtGames beta test program. You're being sarcastic, I'm sure.
I didn't even make any videos. What kind of shill am I? I didn't even make a video.
I don't know.
I feel left out. You know what I did? I just decided to come on and talk to my good friend Steps. You know what I'm excited about, though? At least we're getting new stuff for Home Arcade. You know, this is something new. Like it, hate it. It's new. You know, it's not.
For the cabinet. If you can't change the shape of the cabinet, I think Jason here is a place to go. I think you're right, Jason. Travis is now part of AtGames and signing people up for the AtGames beta test program. You're being sarcastic, I'm sure.
I didn't even make any videos. What kind of shill am I? I didn't even make a video.
I don't know.
I feel left out. You know what I did? I just decided to come on and talk to my good friend Steps. You know what I'm excited about, though? At least we're getting new stuff for Home Arcade. You know, this is something new. Like it, hate it. It's new. You know, it's not going backwards, at least. And, you know, I'm excited to see what they come up with next, you know?
Okay. Here's something I wanted to say today. And
I think the graphics, though, do need a little bit of changing. I don't know exactly what I would do. But I think there's something about it. The front panel, for me, is the thing that really sets me off the most.
Jason Worst Jago had it right. Panel. Listen to Jason and Worst Jago, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. More black, probably. You know.
Yes, we talked about this earlier. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I'm not involved in that, but Rexer was my source of the news today. I got the news from him first. I got it faster than I did from AtGames because I wasn't on Facebook. I was already on YouTube. Rexer got the lead punch today.
I'm not a leaker. I don't leak anything.
Congratulations to Rexer. I don't know what else to say. That's all I can say. I don't have a pony in the race. I'm not in the influencer group. I just was like, crap, I gotta change my stream. I need some information. Let's at least get these images, right? That's where we're at. But yeah, I think that the black Worst Jago and Jason are correct. Go all black, go spinal on both sides, go KI1 logo on the marquee. Boom. Problem solved. Make it look as authentic as possible with the weird cap shape they have, which is fine. I mean, it's supposed to be a multi-cam.
Better than the last design. I'm asking you straight up. Better than the last design. I think it's better than the swan shape.
It definitely has some potential. I like that for me, for somebody that doesn't have a lot of space, that doesn't want to spend a lot of money on more and more arcades. I like the concept of the multicade. I like the concept of an official multicade that I could continue to get new games on, that I could continue to make content on.
You can load your own games. You can put your own games and pick what's on it.
This is more appealing to me than the pinball because I could play arcade games like an arcade style, and I could play the Zen pinball on it. But I start out at the point of $1,300. All right, make it worth the $1,300 to me. Maybe I come up with the $1,300. Make the price lower. I don't know what to tell you, but we're getting closer, and I think this is, it has some potential, but there's still a lot of things very broken. That's where I'm at with it.
I would have liked to see an actual machine instead of a mock-up. It would have been cool. Like that actual prototype, like to show what it looked like with the screens and stuff. It would have been a lot. I think that would have been a cool thing to see. But I'm sure it's coming.
Where's
There's
Jacobs?
there's no way 750. It's a 20. It's a bigger monitor. You've got a marquee that is a whole different screen. That's not even realistic, and he knows that. That's not a 750 is not a realistic price.
We got to end the stream because there's other shows going live. But P-Dubs had a question for you. Do you have any idea how Rex got his info before he
did not get? I'm gonna be very honest. He did not get it from me.
I don't believe that he did because he had more information than Papa Brad.
I don't even have Rexer's message.
I had stuff I was pulling up on screen that
did not get it from me.
He didn't even know yet.
But there are lots of people in there that he could have gotten it from, but it did not come from me. That's a fact.
All right. Well, thank you for being upfront about that, Brad. Thank you for joining me, Papa Brad.
Stay legit.